So, if you're just like me, you probably have some unfinished, canceled, scrap, or, you know, like some normal person stuff you don't want the internet to see, or just people in general. Now, I'm those people. I have some unfinished, scrap videos of mine that I'm going to be talking about. Why? Because I might, redo them. Or some I don't know how I'm supposed to call it, but just like scrap game ideas or something. Just gonna call it like that. Cause there was like some game ideas I was gonna do before I just scrapped them. I actually do have a lot of scrap videos and video genres I was gonna do, but maybe they can make a comeback in the future since I'm a little better at editing. Yeah, not surprising that Angry Birds is on this list. But seriously, there was one video idea I was planning to make, but I just kind of scrapped it. As you read from the caption, it was basically Angry Birds, things I hate from every single Angry Birds game. That was pretty unique to me because I haven't seen anyone done a video like that on Angry Birds. Probably on other games, but just not Angry Birds. I can still make that video because I kind of forgot, some. Well, that was probably going to be in a part 2, but, the first part was literally scrapped. Here's some examples I was going to say in the video. Getting a certain amount of stars in the classic Angry Birds was stupid. Angry Birds seasons, getting coins just to buy the episode, stupid. Angry Birds Go, the energy system, but also 2.0. Angry Birds Fight, gambling, just gambling. And also how it's kind of not really free to play. But yeah, that was some of the examples I was going to use in the video. It might make a comeback, it might not. But who knows? I can always change my mind. Yes, Melon Playground, or as it's called now, Melon Sandbox. But I'm just gonna call it Melon Playground because it sounds better. It's basically just a mobile version of, People Playground, which is just a sandbox game. Both games are sandbox games. Pretty basic because it's a sandbox game, obviously, and you can just do a lot of stuff with these types of games. That's why I kind of wanted to do Melon Playground content. Pretty easy to record the screen recorder. Just use some AI voice and just edit. Doesn't really seem that hard. I did have some videos to mine, like a Minecraft video, because Minecraft, Battle for Dream Island, or just a survivor type video thing. And the last one, just basically just like an average day of like Melon and his friends. Basically, the characters were Melon, Apple, Corn, Pumpkin, Robot, and Cactus. Not the cactus we got, we got just a mod that just makes him in a pot, and which kind of sucks. So that was like on my mind for a little bit before I said, nah, I can probably come back to it later, because what I'm doing right now it's way easier, in my opinion. Yes, gaming videos. At one point, every YouTuber is going to decide to do gaming videos or use it in their backgrounds. Well, obviously, because that's probably like the easiest thing to use in their backgrounds, besides like random clips or something. But why Gmod? Well, I kind of want to do FNAF Gmod roleplays, like X-Man. I used to like that. I used to watch that dude a lot before, all his stuff just became weird, or he just became weird, like a little too weird for me, that I didn't really like. Also couldn't get my OBS to work. I still need to watch a tutorial on that and see how I can send it to my phone and record videos. Obviously, that's why there's no Gmod gameplay. It's just Fortnite with my friends. And also another video. Well, not really a video. It could be a YouTube short, but I'm just gonna put it in here. I got 4 new Steam games today. Well, when I'm recording, because of the autumn sale, and I'm just gonna rank how easy I can get 100% on the games, just to add more time to the video. First up on the list is Kindergarten. Well, Kindergarten 2. Pretty funny game. Well, I think it's pretty funny. I like it. I like people, play the game. It's pretty short, actually. I mean, in my opinion. You can, low-key just watch a whole playthrough and just, copy it from there. Pretty easy. Second is, these 2 games are pretty hard. But I think I'm gonna pick Celeste. I'm just gonna call it Celeste. Number 2, if I'm wrong on that, then you guys can just tell me why. I just got it. I just got the game today, so I don't know, bro. I still need to play it yet. Kind of busy. And first up on the list is The Binding of Isaac. I think, Rebirth. On our website, I'm not gonna disclose what it is, but I was playing the game on a website. So it was pretty hard. Maybe because I was on a fucking Chromebook and not an actual gaming PC, but it's whatever's. But I lied about the 4th game because Undertale don't have any achievements you can get. So yeah. Okay, so this one's just basically about games that I used to play and watch, but are now just dead due to the developer either doing some crazy ass shit like being an EDP, or just doing some dumb shit, something so unnecessary that it didn't even need to happen. There's probably many examples for this, but I'm just gonna use Bear Plus because I used to watch Bear, from Annoying Orange. Yeah, because remember Annoying Orange Gaming Channel? Remember that? The game was pretty balanced. It wasn't Bear-sided or Survivor-sided. That's Bear Plus though. It's more, Bear-sided. But that's from a TikTok I saw, so I don't know, dog. Don't get mad at anyone. Stay positive. But still, I don't know. Did it have transfer? I don't know. I can't remember. Did it even have that? I mean, I say I can't remember it, even though I haven't even played Bear Plus. I only see videos of the original, but still, did it have transfer? Because if it didn't, then that's kind of a big fuck you in the face. No, isn't it? Imagine buying the game passes. Now you gotta buy them again, all because the creator just made a sequel. No hate to the creator, but I don't know, dog. And before I end this part, I'm just gonna mention one of my friends, Ashton Bestman. He said he wouldn't be mentioning one of my videos, so I'm just gonna mention him here. One of my other friends, Veneria, said it would be funny if I just put him if you put him in a random part of the video. And I said, man, that would be funny, but nah, I'm just gonna put him right here. I like doing this joke, since he has best man in his name. I like to use best man jokes. Wow, Ashton, you really are a best man. I know, I think they're funny. I mean, Mia laughed at one of them, so it probably has to be funny. But he also did said I had like thunder died or something. So like, does that like mean is that like a sign to become a femboy or something? Cause like, most femboys are like thunder dies. Like, is that like a sign or like what? Alright, I'm gonna keep this short and simple. This part is just basically all the scrap, series I had from my old channel or from, my new channel right now. Or just stuff that I thought would probably fit better here instead of, the other parts of the video. Lazy ass text. Alright, first part. Friends. I put them here because they kind of wanted to be mentioned in the video. So this is like, extra stuff in the Jonathan video that, I didn't put in because the video was about Jonathan. Not, my other friends. This was about Jonathan. Alright, so the 3 friends I'm talking about is, well, Ashton, Mia, and Kyan, because they wanted to be put in the video. I don't know. Go ask them. Oh wait, you can't. Since, you don't know where my school is. Unless, you're a friend watching this, then yeah, you can probably ask them now. Or later, or tomorrow, or whenever. Let's start off with volleyball. Because last year, that's how like most of the problems start. Playing volleyball at like, recess. That's like mostly where all the problems started. It was kind of mostly their fault. Don't get mad at me, Ashton and Cayenne. That was kind of like your guys' fault, not gonna lie. But yeah, there this one time that Cayenne hit the ball so high that it hit a window, and one of them actually broke. Well, no, it had like this plastic around it, so that's why like they didn't shatter immediately because they had this like plastic. I don't know what's it called, but our math teacher says it was like plastic, so I'm just gonna go off what she says. And for Mia, she tells me to make some funny faces when we're in reading class. And same with her friend. I mentioned her like in my last video, so if you know, you know. I don't feel like saying her name, but yeah, she makes me stick my tongue out. That's like what I'm known for. Not really a good thing, but eh. But man, I don't know. Next part, 6-7. Now I'm not gonna make an unfunny joke. I'm just gonna be talking about how the people who make those I hate 6-7 jokes would hate my school. No, not the school. Well, probably because my school kind of sucks. They probably just hate the people there. I promise you. Well, at least one nigga says 6-7 every day, and that's one and that's probably because one of the 7th graders that has the same name as my cousin, Caden, or Cadence. I think that's like the only difference. But yeah, he normally says that shit like every day. It's low-key funny. It also makes me say it, and I can't blame him because he's like really funny. Well, if he's 6'7", then he's probably like the biggest cornball you probably ever seen, or heard. Not seen, because you haven't even seen him. And I'm not going to even show a picture either. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. Pretty short. Now let's actually move on to some scrap series. Fuck you. I need to stop swearing so much. But anyways, yeah, the first scrap series was Total Plushie Island. Now, yes, this is just Total Drama Island, but with all the plushies I, had. Obviously, it's not like today when I had like a lot of plushies. Because back then when I didn't really have a lot. The only reason why I made this series was because, I like Total Drama Island. And there's also the other one. Battle for Minion or Piggy Bank Minion. Man, it's been so long since It's been so long since I, made the next episode. I low-key kind of wanted to cancel it, but nah. I mean, I could. I low-key want to remake it, because, yes, this is like the second time I did this. But since I got like a little better at, video recording, it's probably better to, make a whole new series again. There's also that Angry Birds series, the Plants vs. Zombies series. The only reason why I decided to not make another episode is just because I kind of didn't really like how it turned it out. And since I'm like, again, a little better at editing, and I can add like, sound effects and like PNGs and stuff, I think I kind of wanted to remake, Plants vs. Zombies and Angry Birds. And for Angry Birds, I have like all the plushies now of the main, flock. So, yeah, that's perfect. This isn't a scrap series or video. I kind of wanted to put this part in because obviously as a new upcoming video, I wanted to do. Talk about the fake neighbor friends. I'm just going to talk about them a little bit before I move on. Basically, one day they just stopped talking to me. Like, and I didn't even do anything to them. Like, this was before it became all weird, and yeah, that was before that. That was before I was just an innocent little dude. Well, okay, I still made, little jokes. I didn't swear as much as, I do now, but yeah, I was still a little innocent dude, and just one day, they just stopped talking to me. Like, I waved them hi. I waved my hand to them, and they didn't even respond back. So yeah, that's why I call them fake friends. Now, I actually got friends, and I got their Instagrams and stuff. We have a group chat, so I can talk with them. But yeah, at least, well, I hope they don't do the same thing to me. Also, there's that 3 a.m. video I did with Pea Shooter and Red because I was low-key, running out of ideas since I didn't really have a lot of plushies. But now, well, I do have a lot of ideas. But that was one video I decided just to, scrap. Or, part 2, scrap. Because that low-key sucked. I just made that video because, what if I become one of those, what if I did one of those shitty-ass 3 a.m. videos that's so obviously fake? Well, I don't know about Charlie. My friend Mia said she did it, and I low-key want to say, nah, that shit can't be true. But low-key, I'm not trying to get beef with Charlie, so I'm good with that. I'm not trying to summon any demons. I don't know if this is like hypocritical or what was the word? Man, I don't know. Just use that hypocritical. I don't even know, dog. But yeah, I scrapped that. I didn't really like it. Oh yeah, Kyan was touching Ashton. I promise that happened, bro. I promise. It happened, bro. You gotta believe me. 100% that happened. You guys better not get mad at me for saying that. Probably will. But yeah, that's the end. Only added that part because I don't know, I wanted this video to be like 55 seconds long. Alright, bye.